live. I'm still alive. Are you alive, sir?
Just about. Getting there.
Mike is right here, so. So are we up? Is that okay?
Yeah, people are coming in the chat.
Okay. The usual names, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Usual suspects, whatever the expression is. So what do you, how long? It's a day and a half for you now, being in Japan?
Yeah, so I've had...
You can't even tell what day it is.
This is the third day now, isn't it? So
No. You
Tuesday,
came in. No. You came in Tuesday night, and this
Yeah.
is now Thursday morning.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You haven't been here. You haven't been here 48 hours yet.
No.
That's what happens. People don't even know what day it is. You know, so.
And last known God says, "Sleep well, Will." No. It would be the short of that.
Really, I thought because you're so tired, just be dead. You know?
Yeah. Well, I fell asleep so I went to sleep about 9 o'clock, and then had a nice solid 5 hours until 1.
And your
then
body
was
said
just
it's
sort of,
midday or
and then,
whatever.
And then we've just sort of been on and off since then.
So you slept through that beautiful eclipse last night.
Yeah. Sadly.
It was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Not to gloat or anything. But
Quantar's asking, how's the trip to Ome? Yeah, it was alright. Traffic lights.
Do they know that it wasn't just a trip? You drove.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, my first driving experience in Japan. Drove all across Tokyo. Saw all the sights and sounds of the traffic lights.
Yeah, I mean 5,000 traffic lights, one after the other. Just to tell the people on the stream, we rented a truck and drove out to Ome yesterday. And the normal way to go there would be to use one of the freeways that cuts through Tokyo and goes out there. But Will and I decided, whatever, brand new driver here, it might be better not to handle, 100 miles an hour just yet. So we decided to go on not main roads, I don't know. What's the word? Not freeway, normal roads.
Yeah, just B roads.
Yeah, and it took us, nearly 3 hours, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I think total driving time there and back was about 5 hours, just over.
Well, we rented a truck for 6 and didn't make it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
we were 15 minutes late on that.
What were your impressions of? That's your sort of first view of the rest of Tokyo. What's your impressions of stuff?
I don't know. Well, sort of driving outwards, I was more just
watching the road, of course.
Getting to terms with the car. First time driving an automatic and things like that. But it's quite interesting to just see like the gradual fade away of all the
as we got out to the country,
and it just fades away, and it's sort of like this this progressively like
buildings get shorter and shorter, of course. But that must happen in London as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I think it was more noticeable. Sort of, you get to London and it just starts.
Well, you've got that green belt thing, don't you? You've got a green belt. We don't have that kind of concept here. But you were also telling me that you were quite struck by the behaviour of the drivers and stuff like that.
Yeah, the driving etiquette. It was. I thought it was brilliant. If only everyone else in the world drove as
for example, compared to how's it different from Britain?
Yeah, so on the freeway, you want to change the lane, and you're driving at say 50, 60 miles an hour, and usually, say in the UK, you want to change the lane. You have to wait or force your way out or beep your horn or just go. But in Japan, someone will just let you go. And if someone else wants to pull over, you just let them pull over and stuff. And it's all very considerate, and no one's beeping their horns, and no one's speeding, driving right up the back of your car and stuff. And it's very easy to drive in Japan. That's what I noticed. Corin Gomez says, you're not in Ome yet. No, we went to Ome yesterday all day, collecting different bits and pieces to start the construction work. And
yeah, the trip to Ome is just to collect some tools. We were only there about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We pulled the truck up, grabbed the tools, and came back here. It wasn't,
Yeah, managed to go to the one 7-Eleven out of the 20 that we passed that was closing down the next day, so had no food in.
It wasn't a 7-Eleven. That was a Sunkus. That was a different.
Okay,
different shape.
As a friend's Japanese wife said, "Oh no, you never use the horn."
Did you hear a beep?
No, I didn't. Not once.
We were on the road for 6 hours and we didn't hear a beep.
And
I didn't think about it, but I guess maybe compared to some countries.
And I think we saw. Well, you pointed out to me we saw, I think, 2 cars in the whole journey that had scratches.
Had
on
a
or
scratch,
were dirty,
yeah. Well, actually, I was a bit embarrassed yesterday because a lot of the cars yesterday were quite dirty because we had a snowstorm, just 2 or 3 days ago. So some people haven't washed their cars after that. But normally you could, like I said, drive 6 hours and you're not going to even see a dirty car, let alone a dinged up car.
Yeah.
So.
See, my car, embarrassingly, I don't think I've washed my car in 3 months. I think I had my car 2 years. I think I might have washed it twice.
We hear shower and get baths every day. How about the Brits?
Yeah, I haven't had a great deal of time to get out and about and see Tokyo. I had quite an extensive walk around Don Quixote at 3 o'clock this morning. Saw every floor and stuff, and Skyped my girlfriend from the Wi-Fi because I couldn't believe that each floor
has got free Wi-Fi. Honestly.
Yeah,
well, their business model rests on taking care of tourists. So of course.
Yeah.
That's a funny shop, It's changed over the years. It used to be very, very different. They're promoting themselves now as sort of a super discount store, but actually the prices aren't discount prices.
No, I was looking at it. Some of the branded stuff isn't.
No, it's not cheap at all. But the reputation, people still think they're in a discount store, but when you get to the cash register, it's a different story. When they first started, I don't even know. I can't say when they first started, but when they were big, say 15, 20 years ago, their business model was sort of like the American Costco thing. There's no stuff on racks and shelves. It's boxes of stuff heaped all over the place.
Oh, okay.
And they had no aisles.
Yeah.
It was mounds and mounds of stuff that you clambered over and climbed over and dug into. And the stuff wasn't even labeled. You'd be opening boxes to see what's inside them and digging around. And it was sort of, quote, fun, unquote.
Yeah.
And it was cool. But then what happened one day, there was an episode with a disgruntled employee who went back into one of the shops after being fired or something. I don't know the exact details. And Molotov cocktailed it and burned the place out. And like 5 or 6 people couldn't get out.
Wow.
And so the fire department after said, okay, guys, that was fun, but that's it. No more playtime.
Oh, okay.
You have to become, let's do this the proper way. So it's aisles.
Yeah.
It's still crowded and it's still chaos, but at least there's aisles and stairways and fire escapes and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I was shocked to see how many people are out and about walking around.
At 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, sort of old men going out on a walk or a run or riding their bike down the road or doing their shopping in the morning. And
well, this is new. The Japan that I came to first isn't absolutely nothing like that, of course. But maybe London is maybe similar now. Do those modern towns work on a 24-hour day basis?
Yeah, but Tokyo is extremely quiet at night. Extremely, if you were in London at 3 o'clock in the morning, the road noise that you'd hear all the time, you always hear that hum of the road noise. But,
from what, trucks and stuff you mean?
Yeah, just cars and things, but I haven't heard a single...
Okay, but then you just told me that there were people all over the place at 3 o'clock.
Like 3 in the morning, just people seem to be going about like a daily business, just like doing their weekly shop at 4 o'clock in the morning that's what surprised me. And like a little old man going on a run past Sensoji, and I was just walking around.
I'm not sure if this is a bit of a different area. I mean, you're in a tourist area, so there's going to be people like yourself who are jet lagged up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, that's why that shop runs 24 hours a day, because there's the demand for it. I'm not sure what to say. As far as the noise and the traffic, I don't know. To me, this is a noisy place. Ome, where you went yesterday, was really, deathly quiet all the time. So when I first tried to sleep here, there's that noise outside never stops.
It's almost like its own little contained village.
It is, absolutely. Yeah.
It seems like if you really wanted to be very insular, you could spend your whole life in this sort of 1 mile squared space and never really had to go
it's got its own
further
character,
out.
but also the same thing happens. Tokyo's like that in different ways. Every area, the Shibuya area, the Ikebukuro area, they're all different like that. So once you've been around and seen different areas, they do have their different character. I think London, perhaps, I don't know, was London like that? As it grew, it ate up different villages and stuff. For those villages, the character, the places we would now know as Islington or something, or the different
London
area
is like
names.
that. Shoreditch is definitely that. Definitely, it's still very. You go in and it's got this sort of
You know where
very
you are.
town vibe. Yeah,
You know where you are right
everything's
away.
all- yeah.
But I think what it sucks is you'll see the street in front of our shop here. If you could just see like a 10-second video clip without any landmarks that would tell you where you are, then a similar 10-second video clip from somewhere, say Shinjuku or Shibuya, you can't really tell exactly where you are. You can tell this east side of Tokyo or west side, because the west side is the young go, bright lights, bang, 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 run, come out of the station and go. Here people come out of a Osaka station and stroll, move around. So the pace is different, the mood is different, the feeling is different. Not really explaining what I'm doing here. I think we've done this now enough times. Are there any people in the stream who don't know what's going on here? I don't
It seems
think
to be the usual suspects, but I can explain as you're going. So Dave's now going to drill the holes for the what they call it? Is it Kiori? Koyori.
The binding threads.
Small paper binding threads for the book block.
Oh, look at that pan-action camera.
Korangami says, "What's that great wave framed print doing down there in the wall, Dave?"
I think as I panned the camera.
Oh, okay.
As I panned the
yeah,
camera,
yeah.
saw this. Here, we pass it over. What it is? Do you see the shape? Shensen shaft left. I scooped this on Yahoo auction a while back.
Yeah.
Show them if you can hold up your.
Okay. Yeah. Turn it on. Where are we?
It might be reflecting. I
Yeah,
don't
we're
know.
reflecting quite a bit.
I scooped it on Yahoo auction for 1,000 yen. It's handmade.
Yeah.
Be about 1960s era, I think.
Okay.
It's really nicely made for
Yeah.
what it is. It's a senshafta. You know those prints, the small label type
Yeah,
prints.
yeah.
This is 4 of them in a row.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. So would that have been trimmed on the marks then, and that would have been 4 separate?
Well, no, they
prints,
leave it.
or
No,
keep it like that. Yeah.
people had albums, and
Oh, okay.
each album you can paste them in 4 at a time. And, most of them were made 1 up.
Yeah.
Sometimes they were made 2 up. What you're looking at is a 4 up, and there were occasional 8 ups made. They were a full sheet of paper.
Oh,
They were for collectors back in the 1960s or so. It goes earlier, actually. It goes back to Meiji time. But people don't miss anything, do they?
Conzo saying, why didn't you hold it in front of the big camera?
Okay,
well,
we'll do.
yeah,
Can do.
we'll
Right.
doing that, but yeah, you can do better there.
It came in. I haven't even opened it. It came from Yahoo auctions. Somebody had it, and you can. What I was trying to see. You see the borderline thing that's up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the shape. This would be a 4 times 1 senshafta shape. This is a 4 up. Sometimes they made 2 ups, mostly 1 ups, and very occasionally an 8 up. So the club that probably a senshafta club would have commissioned this. Maybe would have done it.
And what are the pieces of calligraphy in the,
Let's have a look.
in the side then?
Oh, these are the names. These are the names. This is what. I can see this is Matsuo-san, this is Wada-san. It's the 5 guys. And my guess is maybe there's, say, 20 guys in the group. These 5 sponsored this one, 5 more sponsored another one. Whatever.
Oh, I see.
I have no idea about the background. It could have been a special event. It could have been just been, hey, what are we going to do next, guys? Hey, let's make some Hokusai reproductions. Pick 5 of Hokusai reproductions. The guys would put their money together. These 5 people would pick that one. And they send it out to a workshop that's specialized in Senshafta work.
Oh, okay.
It could have been the Sekioka workshop, whatever. I don't know.
It's very nicely done.
It is
How
nice.
small it is as well.
Very nicely. It really is nicely done. You know, my God, if we had stuff like that for sale, people would jump all over it. It's you know, I'm going to cry about this. You think that was just a casual toss-away job, you know, and it would cost more for me to produce that now. Just I can't even think about it. You know, there were so many workers, so many carvers, so many printers just hanging around, ready for work. You could commission a job like this, and those men would have paid for it out of their pocket money and taken the prints and exchanged them with their friends. And the blocks would have been just they're thrown aside.
When people are talking about the amount of clothes I've got on this morning.
And me too. So
yeah, well, I haven't had time to shower yet this morning, so the hat is covering up my
dirty hair.
So.
Zoom in a bit more, maybe. Can I?
Oh, this is quite interesting. Katang 101 said, like trading cards. So would these...
They were exchanged, yes.
Yeah,
So clubs would make them. I know mostly they were made for their own pleasure. The club would commission something, and each member of the club gets them, you know, of course. So if I said there's 5 names on that, so I'm just guessing 20 people, they made 4 prints. It could have been 100 people with 20 different prints. I don't know. They put their money in the pot, send it to the workshop makes them, and each person gets 1 sheet, of course. And maybe there would be some extra sheets to exchange with a different club and stuff like that.
Okay.
So they're sort of like, you know, the baseball card thing. People would collect them for fun, you know. And actually, the last couple of days on Yahoo Auctions here, somebody has found an old collection of Senshafta, and he's been putting them up on Yahoo Auction day by day by day by day. Oh, wow. And I would have bid for some, but at the moment I can't do that because I wouldn't be selling them in the shop. If I bid on them, it's for my own collection. And right now we're tight again for money after what happened in December, and now we get this construction started. So my budget right now for personal purchases is doesn't exist. So it's too bad.
Okay. Datbat1234 says, "Well, are you a carpenter, a designer, or what?" Well, do I say jack of all trades, master of none, or?
I know. I'm used to hear this.
So I'm a carpenter. So I work with my father, and I'm what you would probably call a bench joiner, which means.
That's a British term, so what does it mean?
Yeah, so a bench joiner is, it's quite a traditional term. You don't really, it's probably the best way to describe what I do. So the bulk of my work with my father is, my father will do the majority of the making, the measuring, running out of the materials and stuff, and then my job is fitting and making joints and putting the stuff together. Yeah.
You're doing renovation of buildings, right? I mean, just so we know, this is furniture.
Yeah, so I'm talking exclusively about, say, we were going to make a set of shelves, for example, or a cupboard. My father would run all the pieces of timber out to size and specification and stuff, and I then fit it and put it together.
But who's made the plan? The customers made the plan?
Or no, we'll make the plan. The customer will say, well, we would like this, and we'll go onto site and measure up, and we...
So this is home renovation, then?
Yeah, well, it's more it's more bespoke joinery. It's what if we're going to be a bit.
You're using all these British words. I don't know.
So so carpentry and joinery. So carpentry would be like your construction working on a site, fitting windows and doors and stuff like that. And a joiner is someone who would be making like your counter and your cupboards and shelving units and things like that. The cabinetry.
See, it seems to me most days when people are sort of getting a new kitchen cabinet or whatever, you go to catalog, you order it, there's your space, you fit it. Like we're going to do upstairs, downstairs.
Yeah.
We're going to get a new toilet for the bathroom and stuff. We're just going to go to the catalog, order it, and fit it in. Isn't that how most stuff works these days? Or so you're talking about super rich people who have the money to do a handmade job like this? Or
Well, we don't do. Yeah, without being, we do a lot more work for people with a bit more money.
Who can afford handmade work?
Yeah. So as we were mentioning on the stream yesterday, for me and my father to lay an oak floor, that's £120 per square metre.
So it's a big,
So it is very expensive. Say you're doing a 40 square metre floor, that's a lot of money.
So it's people with resources.
Yeah. And it's a lot of our work is return customers. Like the previous year, we've only worked for 3 customers throughout the entire 12 months, and that's just continuous work on the stuff.
Oh, these are people who've bought a big house and they're renovating it bit by bit.
Yeah. I've missed a lot of the chat there. People speaking about the cold. Oh, my dad, what's he saying? A carpenter and joiner, which is what me and my partner are, they make things and then fit them. In simple terms, we'll make the item and then we'll go on site and fit it.
So you wouldn't buy a cabinet from a catalogue and then custom fit it for the customer. You're always going to be working from scratch.
No, sometimes we do. We do have there's one funny story. We did did some work for this little old lady. She had a bungalow, a one-story house, and she wanted a garage converting into a bedroom for her, so she can get around a bit easier and things. So we've done that, and it was all done. And she phoned us up and said, "Oh, I've got some flat pack furniture I bought from a catalogue or
IKEA
something."
type stuff.
Would you mind coming over and fitting it? And my dad goes, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll charge £100. It's only an hour job, and we get there, and it's the most complicated pieces of furniture. There's like bifold sliding doors that like fold in on themselves with mirrors and 1,000 different parts. And there we are.
And you quoted her a flat fee for the whole job.
Yeah, because we just said we'd done a bit of work for us. We said, we'll just do £100. So we're there 9 hours later, still putting together.
Some light tapping here. I think it's okay.
I think we're just a little bit out of shot.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No,
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. It's okay. Sorry about that.
Sorry, that's my fault. I was talking rather than concentrating on the stream. But I think later on today we're going to be getting downstairs.
Yes, of course. We're going to get started as soon as as soon as we're wasting time here. It's gone. Of course, we're getting down to the real work downstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll start making a plan. We've got some big rolls of paper. We're just going to flesh out roughly where we'd like things to go.
So get a sense for where things go. The main reason I want to do that is lay the stuff out on the floor physically, is because is there going to be room to walk between this and that? And once 6 people are in there, so I really want to physically see that stuff. It's so easy when you're making a plan and a drawing. It looks so cool and clean. We did these drawings yesterday. It looks so neat when you see it like this. Oh, that's cool. This goes here. This goes here. This goes there. But people really get through there? When somebody is standing at the checkout, can somebody else browse?
That's going to be the main thing, that counter and the browser bins, isn't it? With each other.
So that's the thing.
We're going to have a downstairs construction stream. Yeah, once we get some power and if the Wi-Fi and stuff reaches.
Yes, so exactly, we will. I know. I'm not sure really what. When we do this streaming here, we're sort of sitting at one bench doing something. I'm carving or printing. Downstairs is really not going to be quite like that, so...
I think maybe after a couple of weeks, once we have...
What am I doing?
Once it looks more like a room rather than an empty box, we can do maybe a bit of show and tell and
Yeah,
So
I mean,
this is where this area is going to be.
So if you're working on the main cabinet, it's there. You're sitting in one space to do that. So it would be more of a webcam approach, I think. Put the camera up in one corner and watch what we're doing.
Yeah.
We'll see. We will certainly involve people down there. This morning, 9:30, electrical company's coming to try and see if we need. It might just be flipping a switch, turning it on. It might not be. We might need work on the system first. I don't know.
Someone's asking, is the stream frozen? Can anyone else confirm? We haven't. Well, we've had a few dropped frames, but it's not.
We're wired into it. There's no Wi-Fi. Yeah. We're showing a green light, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're showing. Oh, people are saying it's fine. Yeah, it showed 549 dropped frames
so far.
Yeah.
There's no other software running in the background except Chrome.
Oh, everyone's saying the streams.
Okay.
The streams
okay. Yeah. And we're not on Wi-Fi today. We're wired in.
I could get used to this, asking a question and then tens and tens of people answering straight away.
It's fun. You just ask and it pops up. It's like having 100 assistants at your beck and call, so it's wonderful.
If only life was so.
But they can't figure out. I mean, stream, a cup of coffee, please. Whatever. Chat, cup of coffee from the chat, please. They haven't figured that one out yet, so. Actually, I know what's going to happen. If I keep trying to tell that same sort of little joke, whatever, I know what's going to happen. Someone's going to dial one of these grocery delivery services in Tokyo, and there's going to be a cup of coffee delivered during the chat. Someone's going to do this one day. The doorbell's going to ring. Here's your coffee, sir. Ordered by the chat.
Do you have those in Japan? Because in the UK we have what's it called, Deliveroo. They're like bicycle riders, and you can order. Say you order a McDonald's, they'll go out to McDonald's for you and come on a little backpack and stuff.
So there's been various attempts to start that up here in Japan, here in Tokyo anyway. I don't know if I've been getting ads when I visit the Yahoo website last night to look at the auctions. There's ads popping up and big ads for Uber for Eats.
Oh, okay,
The Uber thing hasn't got here. They haven't got past the taxi regulations as far as cars go. So they're trying to slide in with other services, And the ad shows this little boy on a bicycle who is ready to bring you your stuff, And that's going to happen in Tokyo? I mean, come on. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, they did have... Uber did get going in the UK, and then I think there was a change to the...
Well, the taxi rate, of course, that was global news, of course, absolutely. William, yesterday when we were upstairs in the printing room there, you were asking about, whatever, you're looking around at all this stuff, the girls printing and stuff. You asked about blocks.
Yeah, well, I've never seen, I've never had a chance to, I've only ever seen my own blocks, the ones that I've carved. I've never actually had a chance to go and see another craftsman's blocks. So if I put... So we've set up a small slideshow of images. I think there's the owl, there's a Doi Hanger one, isn't there? And one of the boss fights.
I put them in order, growing progressively more complex.
Yeah. So if I put a link to
show us your blocks first? Okay.
Yeah, so if I put
show us your blocks first, then we'll show you the real ones. Is that how it works?
Yeah, well we'll get the worst out of the way first.
So what's this? This is a link to your Instagram page?
Yeah. So this is I'm going to post it in the chat. This is a link to my most recent blog, Shunsho print. And I just thought it'd be interesting to show the comparison between what I'm doing and... Because these blocks, there's quite a good difference especially in the depth.
So that's what you found yesterday. Yeah. They're not all the same, and there's... Carving is done different depending on the needs, the requirement, what paper it's going to be used. There's lots of differences. There's no one standard style.
Yeah. So if people are looking at my one, I'll pull up the owl, which everyone's seen now. Every man and their dog has seen the owl now.
Your block to me looks a little bit on the shallow side. And that's not a criticism, it's a comment. You know, style looks to be on the shallow side.
Yeah, that was the thing with that block. I've only test printed that on copy paper. I've done no test run yet, so I'm sure once I start on some nice.
Copy paper, because it's so flat and smooth surfaced, you don't need any depth in your block at all. But once you start pressing thick washi onto it, you'll need more depth between the lines, I think. You know.
But one big thing, and you can see it quite good on the owl, and there's quite a few of them where I can bring this point up if I zoom in. So if you see the area immediately around the owl and in between the left and right of the owl to the branches and stuff, it's actually really quite shallow when you see it. That island that the whole image of the owl is on, it's quite shallow. And one thing that I always have in my mind is to just get all that out, shoot it all out.
We're talking about islands and sea, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the owl is an island in the middle of a sea. So how deep is the sea? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
or the
so
continental shelf?
Yeah, so when I move back, it's quite easy to see that whole shape that the owl is on is its own island, and then it drops off quite a lot around it to the end.
And the farther away you get, the deeper you have to go.
And that's sort of what I'm trying to learn now, is I don't need to necessarily be so picky with trying to get everything cleared out, everything down and cleared out and out the way, and trying to make it like an even depth everywhere. That's what I've been trying to do.
I mean, the bottom of the sea doesn't really ever get flat, if that's what you mean.
No, but if that was me that would have carved it, that area between the owl and the top edge of the branch, I would have been looking to carve that out and get it down to a depth, because I would have been worried about it picking up rather than just letting it sit. And it's just, it's small things that I'm just seeing those blocks the other day.
Yesterday.
Yeah. It confirmed a lot of things that I had in my mind of what my blocks look like and what these professional blocks look like.
Why did you put that in quotes?
Well, no, because I didn't want to. I wanted to make a clear distinction between mine and the rest. I'm by no means
nice guy. Yeah, he comes here and says, "Professionals, are they really?"
And then if we move on, this is one of the legendary looks. Who you carved? Yeah, you carved.
I carved that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is a similar story.
I should have photographed the second one, which Kawasaki-san carved. Yeah. Sorry.
But this is a similar story in that you can see the definite area, like a ring around the actual image, and then it drops off. So it's that island and that sea again. But yeah, it's just for me, it's such an eye opener to see these blocks, because it just confirms so many small things, questions that I've had in my mind, sort of little recurring things of, so that's, I can see that Dave's gone in that way with his chisel and he's picked that little square up that way, or he's come that way on that line and stuff, and you can almost learn just as much by just studying a block as you could from sitting and watching someone. And I could have sat all day and just gone through every block and picked through them. And
yeah, what we should have done when we were in Omi there yesterday, I've got some Meiji era blocks. That would have been fun to look at.
And we were in such a rush. I was trying my hardest to
Actually,
catch a peek as we were going up the stairs.
Just a second, I might have one here.
If I put this slideshow away from it, I can come back to it.
I do. Here, this is a Meiji era block.
Okay.
It's actually it's porn. I mean, it's shunga.
Yeah. Might just open it.
Yeah, whatever.
King Kennedy says, I noticed you chose a very line-based design, William. Well, yeah, that was that Shunsho design. I purposely chose it because I wanted to.
He's starting with ukiyo-e, the same as I did. So line.
And I wanted to get those nice, long, flowing lines.
Anybody can carve shapes, but yeah.
And especially areas where two lines are intersecting each other, to really get that, and especially on a curve, because in the top part of that design you've got a curve coming round and then it intersects a vertical line and comes round again.
You're gesturing in the air where nobody can see you.
Sorry, but yeah, so yeah, that design, the ones that I'm trying to pick at the moment are purely for my progression, that I'm trying to learn certain
for training.
things.
Yeah.
I'm not doing very good at this, so I don't want to break the pink one. Oh. So when was this block carved?
I'm not quite sure. The original is a Meiji, early Meiji, but this is a reproduction, but a Meiji era reproduction.
Yeah.
So it could have been carved right at the same time, like 1870s, 1880s. Or it could have been somewhere later, 1900 or so.
Oh wow.
My camera, your camera, what's the best way to do this? I don't know.
Oh, and that's another thing. Yeah, the Doi hanger block.
Okay, this is it's a piece of cherry wood. It's really well seasoned, well used. They only used one side of it. That's the back side. It was roughly flattened. The front side was used. And you can see there's a real glossy. This was printed with glue.
Yeah.
But my guess is this is later on. Somebody has picked up this block and tried to print it with a very gluey mixture of pigment. And it's okay. The lady is doing something to herself. I know we really can't see from the block point of view. And what's really cool is there's an insert in here. There's a boxwood insert. There's no way we can see it at this scale. Let me find my glasses. I'll try and find it here. Because the area. Oh, it needs my. Here it is. Whatever. You'll see it later, William. The area, there's a shape, there's a square around her head. And this part is a boxwood insert. And they would have planned it first. Where's your head going to be? Where's the hair going to be? They did the boxwood insert and then started carving. Wow. I don't know how close we can go before the focus is going to break up. I don't know. Let me try here.
Yeah, we're just starting to lose a bit of focus now.
And you want to talk about shallow and smooth here. There's something now. You were talking about the sea and the islands and stuff like that. This area is flat.
Yeah.
And you can see there's no pigment. There's no brush. The brush didn't need to get here. The guys were brushed out his pigment. It's gone around the edge. So this didn't need to be deeper because it's dry. There's no pigment here. But any area that's going to get hit by the brush, the farther you get from the lines, the deeper it had to go. Have a look. See if you can put it in that camera front. And so look how deep that is.
Wow. So is that a printer as...
I don't think so. It looks like it's not gouged out, right? That's actually carved.
One thing, it's very hard to describe with this block. And when I held one of the Doi hanger blocks yesterday, these solid old blocks.
Yes.
The feel of it feels like...
Chunky, heavy, yeah.
It feels almost like a piece of steel.
See, that one you're talking about yesterday. This one doesn't.
No, the Doi hanger one. It's so solid and heavy, and...
They were using both sides, remember? This is only one side.
And how smooth the carved face is, how it feels. It's almost it almost feels like a piece of steel that's been cast. Wow. Sorry, I'm gonna have to put this block down, otherwise I'm gonna be focusing on it more than the string. Can you see the seam on the shoulder? Oh yeah, you can, yeah. People noticed the insert on the stream.
Was it visible?
Yeah, I didn't even notice it until someone in the stream just mentioned it and I got it in my hand. Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if I've got any prints from it. We ourselves haven't printed it.
No.
But when I bought it on the auction, somebody had just roughly
No question, with a key block like this, like we see you streaming and you'll do an hour each day and an hour each day, and it might take you, say, a couple of weeks to carve a key block.
How would it take? How long would it take?
Yeah,
a few days, I think. A few days. Me too. And if I was just doing the octopus, I could be done next week with that damn octopus.
Yeah. So if you weren't streaming and didn't have treatments for the shop, you just
go. It's work. Just go. So.
Okay. And you can see.
It's the print series. It's Yakumo no Chidori. It's Asen, I think. If somebody's because it's really famous. Somebody can find this image easily on Google. Asen is the designer, and the book, the album is called it might be Yakumo or Yagumo. Yagumo no Chidori is the name of the book, and it was a porn album, a shunga album of I think 12 pictures, and this is one of the 12. And when I first saw it in Yahoo Auction, I thought, oh my God, this is the original. Oh my God, this is a lifetime, once in a lifetime find. And it's not, it's a reproduction. Because when you look at museum copy originals, there's a few lines that are different here and there.
Yeah.
So this is either a second carving by the original publisher because the first blocks were wearing out, or it's just somebody else's knockoff, which is much, much, much more likely.
I just noticed the registration marks. Wow.
Has somebody found it? Yakumo no Chidori by Asen.
Not yet. They're talking about the octopus.
So as soon as I mention that word, away we go. Yeah.
Someone did ask, is this going to be revived? This? Did you mean this block?
When I get a minute, we're going to print it and have a look at it. But at the moment, it's just sitting here. It's just no time. It's just one more of those one day when we get time for it things.
Is this just a single colour?
It's the black block. I don't have the colour blocks. No, it's just a black block. It just came up on auction one night, so bang. I grabbed it. It wasn't too expensive. As I said, I thought it is a Meiji era block, but I thought it was perhaps the Meiji era original block for quite a famous print, but it's not. It's a reproduction.
Oh, someone's saying, "Hi Dave, got legendary print book and case for it. Love the work. Looking forward to collecting the whole series."
Legendary Loot.
Yeah.
The book. We're having fun with that. We've got quite a lot of subscribers for it now. We had hoped, by keeping the price low, we'd hoped to get a good subscriber base, and that's happening. The girls upstairs have lots of work to do now over the rest of next year. We're happy to get it off to a good start too.
Yeah.
And the prints themselves, because we've kept them sparse, there's lots of empty paper, they look beautiful. There's lots of good embossing, and they're physically attractive.
That's another thing that I noticed seeing these prints up close, and seeing all of them up close, is just how
the physicalness.
Yeah. I've only made that one print, that tiger one, and I printed it on the wrong side, so I don't really get.
But haven't you been down to London to the V&A print room and stuff like this?
Yeah,
and
but
looked
it's
at
not.
Prints
They're not displayed brilliantly. They're in so my local museum.
No, go to the V&A, go to the print room. Let them know who you are. They'll let you in there, and then they've got the stuff in the back room all in trays, and they will bring it out. Ask for a tray of Harunobus or whatever, and they'll show you.
Yeah, I did once go to the Ashmolean and saw. They brought out a load of prints to me, but it was in this. It was all halogen lights.
Yeah, I know. It's like an operating theatre. You can't see anything. Yeah, you can see everything, but you can't see anything. Yes, I know.
And it was interesting just to see the work.
Yeah.
There was one, and it was this. It was a print. It was maybe about a metre by a metre, and it was a board game. And it was sections, maybe about 300 millimetres, 300 millimetres. Yeah. And it was all pasted together and made a board game. Yeah. That was very interesting to see. And it was, I can't remember the city it was, but it looked like some sort of, like you travelled through the city collecting certain things. That was quite interesting.
Did you get through that slideshow, the Doi Hunger block as well? Or no?
Oh, I haven't got that. Oh, someone's
Found this print?
no, someone spotted my legs in the computer on the stream when you were zoomed out earlier. So we've been.
Your legs?
Yeah, yeah. The camera must have zoomed out, and someone spotted where I was sitting. So.
Well, there's no secret here. I mean, I'm
the
here.
The illusion has been.
So what do you mean illusion? I mean, here's I'm sitting here at my bench.
Yeah. Then you can see my hand.
I can't do the camera. I'm here. This is my normal carving bench. Behind me is the wall. Over to my left,
there's me.
William is here, sitting here. So this is there's no secret here. This is normally I keep the laptop here at my left when I'm doing the stream, so I'm able to look at the chat and stuff. And when Jed has visited or William's here. So.
Oh, I think someone might have the print up. If I click on this, is this gonna? If I click on this link, do I need to open it in a different monitor?
Yeah, it'll open in Safari automatically, which will so just leave it yourself, and I'll just whatever.
Okay, yeah, I'll
or if you copy the link, and then jump up one window, and use that window. No, you're in. Now you're in numbers.
Yeah.
So you use that. I pop up a new window or something. It's up to you. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Now, what you may be seeing, that might be the original, or that might be a knockoff version. What we have the block for here is a knockoff version, or the publisher recarved the key block and didn't care to keep it too accurate.
Yeah, it says here undated, circa 1897. So, could be anything.
So when I first saw this on the auction, my heart goes, "Oh wow! Look what I've got!" Actually, it doesn't matter because it's a block from that era. Whether it was the first one, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's a block carved by a really super fine, good carver. It shows us depths and lines and that insert. There's lots of things to look at and study. The angle of the cutting.
Yeah. Oh, that was another interesting thing. That you mentioned with me yesterday about the
yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the explanation justice here, but if anyone's heard Dave speak before about the angles that the lines are carved on, so imagine this is the line, and you would think that both edges come away at
you're talking about the sides of the mountain.
Yeah. But in fact, I'll wait until you've done the bit of hand. Yeah, in fact, one side they would actually undercut very slightly. That's correct, isn't it?
In some cases,
top
quality line work. You don't want both sides of the slope sloped. You want one side sloped and one side straight or even undercut.
Yeah.
So I can't do that. Don't make it sound like I'm able to do this because I'm not.
Oh, Jed's just come on. Jed's here.
Good morning, Jed-san.
Hi, Jed. But yeah, so the undercutting of line, so that's so when the printer is brushing his or her certain way, that it's hitting that slope, coming up, and then it's just diving straight back down and not leaving any excess on the back edge of that line. Yeah. Jed says, nice, I can three-way video chat with you guys with just one stream source and save on the bandwidth.
Jed's been waiting for these books. Customers are, as far as I know, nobody's yelling about it yet, but people are waiting for these books, and here they go. I've got 10 done now. The central block is done for 10. I've got 2 left. And then the next step will be to do the outside binding.
Oh, my dad's just come back in the chat. My dad's name's Gerald, but people call him Jed.
Oh, really?
With
So
a G.
two Jed.
With a G.
Gee.
So we're now having a...
Jed and Jed. So.
Yeah.
Battle of the Jedis.
Yeah. Excuse me. So then the next few streams, if we're not too bogged down downstairs, are going to be the binding of the
I'll do the outside. Yes, so exactly. So it'll be a while before I'm back to any carving. I'm sorry. You know, my priorities now the next little while are the downstairs construction and getting these books sent out. You know. So that probably will be the routine. The 8 o'clock in the morning will be this stuff, and then bang, down we go. You know, so we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, and from the looks of it, there's it's looking really promising down there with what's already there. So long as we can tackle those big bits first.
Promising meaning what? We will be able to do it, or it will be a nice shop.
Come out really nice and look really good. There's a nice, good basis to build off. The floor looks flat. The walls are nice and good.
Yeah, as a renovation job, this is not. It looks doable. Is what you mean? I think. Yeah. So the question is how long it's going to take me or us, and when. You know, because you've got your limit of how long you can stay here.
Yeah.
And the thing we're facing is March. It's just, you have no idea. This shop is just so quiet now, but in March it's going to go insane.
Oh, I think Jed's going to show everyone the design that me and him have been working on.
Oh, go for it. Go for it. I'll keep quiet and do my work here.
Posted it. NR1 Slayer says, is it chilly in Tokyo? That's not that bad actually. Not too cold yet, just yet.
It is chilly,
but it's chilly. It's not,
but not like tragic.
Yeah, it's been nice clear skies. So
the difference in Japan compared to other countries is here it's chilly indoors in most places.
Yeah,
no, right.
Yeah, so I just slept in a sweatshirt last night.
Even under that big blanket? Are you kidding?
No, I did wake up. I was sweating. I don't.
Yeah.
At home,
to me, I got naked. I can't bear anything with it because it's such a thick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, at home I don't have any heating on in my bedroom, so I'm used to being nice and cold. What's this? Auto mod held a message for reason identity. Allow this person to chat. Do I allow it?
I've never seen that before. No idea. There is no auto mod unless the man who's made the bot is trying some new modding techniques here. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Cameron.
Enjoy the eclipse last night?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I heard you watched it from the roof?
Yeah, it was great. Just perfect. Sit on the bench there and look straight up. It was right over the sky tree.
Oh,
just
that
classic. We should have had our party here, you know. So
yeah.
We should have had an eclipse party. It was fabulous. It really did go red. It's amazing. You know,
yeah.
So.
I slept through it.
You slept through it?
Yeah. Came back. I was falling asleep at dinner. And came back and crashed and missed it, sadly.
That's too bad.
I came down and thought, should I wake the guy up or not? I think it probably won't appreciate, hey, come, if I wake you up to go and look at something in the sky. You know, so. Yeah, it was really cool. What I was surprised about was how slow it takes. You know,
it was so slow.
So solar eclipses are bang, are gone, it's over in a few seconds and minutes. But I really didn't remember that a lunar eclipse takes hours.
Yeah. It takes so long. You must have been chilly up there on the roof.
Well, I came up and down, up and down, up and down. I didn't sit there for 2 hours, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I streamed it. I streamed it from the Weather Channel and then went upstairs every 15, 20 minutes to have a look at it. So, Sugi-san, good morning. 月食見ました?
見ました見ました。
綺麗でしょ?
綺麗だった。
赤くなったんですね。
赤かった真っ赤だった。
そう。
ありがとうございます。
Watch the wire. 線もありますから。ちょうど、Sugi-san、ちょっと。
線ね。
はい、気をつけてください。
OK。
Is it 9:30 already? What's happening? What's going on?
I don't think it's that late.
8:54.
Yeah, she's just early.
Sugi-san's early, okay.
Yeah. Putting together the book.
Another copy. Yes, is number 11, I think. I'm not sure.
Almost done.
Well, no, the central part's almost done. Then they got to be trimmed with the guillotine and then bound from the outside.
Right.
But yeah, we're getting closer now.
You're getting
Absolutely
closer.
getting closer. So
Great.
Oh, Jed's posted the image from the Neo Tokyo series.
Yeah, have a chat about it. Have you seen that, Cameron?
I've seen it in progress. I haven't seen a finalized version. Oh, cool.
Have you explained to the people like what the concept is here? What's going on? I know. I'm not even sure I have it myself clear what you guys are doing.
Are you going to be the one carving them?
Yeah, I am carving and
Excellent.
printing, apparently.
I'm
Surprise!
I'm retiring. I'm out of this business. I've seen this guy coming up and I said, that's it, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Just finish these books up and then close up
Yeah,
shop.
that's it, I'm done. So, what with John-san coming from Hong Kong and then William-san coming from England, that's it. I feel the hot breath on my back of my neck, and I'm out of here.
I have to set up some Mokuhankan franchises in Hong Kong and Oxford. Branch out. So I think Jed wants me to explain. I'm really not going to do this justice. If I just talk about concept rather than content. So the concept, our starting point that we looked at was sort of this, like the aesthetic of this like 90s like anime style Tokyo, like a Blade Runner or Ghost in the Shell or something, with these like
90s.
80s and 90s stuff.
Blade Runner? I thought that was future, wasn't it?
Yes, but made in 82
okay,
or something.
Okay.
And
I'm confused about it.
Yeah. Created in the 80s, about the future.
Okay. So a future Tokyo.
Yeah.
a bit close to the time, so we've got a really, really comprehensive document with research and outlines for each print and what the message is.
Is this a story, a single story?
No, each print is going to be its own sort of separate story, I think, showing it.
So there's no overarching plot on the whole thing?
Yeah. Well, the title of the series is Voices of Neo Tokyo, so I think the idea is each print is going to show a different story or a different aspect of this world that Jed's creating.
Okay, but it's not a single plot from front to back.
No, I think if you were to imagine it like a film, each chapter would zoom in on a different character and show his or her story.
So it's a collection.
Yeah.
There's no narrative.
But yeah, so I really wanted something. I wanted to do something that was that sort of Shinhanga style, that was really going to tell me if I'm up to scratch, if I can really push myself to become good at printing and carving at the same time. And
so you're going to test that by taking on the most difficult project that's been undertaken in 100 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, if you don't,
I'm laughing. But it's complicated work.
Yeah. And I like the idea of taking these jumps sort of not into the unknown, but jumps in skill level, and really just pushing myself and testing myself with what I can do technically. And
I mean, again, been there, done that, of course. But my own philosophy too, when I was getting involved with this years ago, just try it, just do it. And if you wait till you're good enough, it's never going to happen. So just get busy making stuff.
Get good enough by doing.
Yeah, that's
and
the
if
nice
me and Jed
theory.
waited 20 years to do this,
it's not going to happen. Yeah, of course.
Also the excitement behind the idea of let's cook up this idea and go for it now. It's faded off then, hasn't it? So I think the
production of this then. So you're carving and you're printing.
Yep.
So Jed is publishing. So
so I think we haven't finalised how we're going to really run it yet. We've got this design down. And things. Oh, what's Jed saying? That's a good point actually. Yeah, the sort of the Shinhanga style that we've gone for, it's slightly easier carving wise. It's less intensive because there's not complex key blocks.
Yes.
It's
yes and no.
Yeah.
figuring out the color overlays is not trivial at all. It's extremely difficult.
Yeah.
The physical act of the cutting in the wood is easy, but figuring out what to cut is insanely complicated. Just make some noise here, sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. Carry on. And Jed, can I say how we're looking to fund and do all this? Can I talk about that? Jed saying, yeah, that's why we need Dave's coaching.
Huh? For carving? What do you mean?
No, for the how setting up these blocks and delineating the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we're going to be looking to. I think we're going to be looking to open a Kickstarter at some point once we have a better idea and once we have materials and prints to show you. Jed says thank you in advance, by the way. For
talking me?
Yeah, for helping us separating these colours.
Like I know what I'm doing here.
But yeah, so
I'm a consultant on this project. Is that it?
Executive producer, I think.
No, this is not my project. I'm a consultant. It sounds like executive producer.
So yeah, I think we're going to be looking to do the run a Kickstarter, a small, modest Kickstarter, and just see how we go from there. All of our blocks have been on order. They're currently being made, and so I'll be picking them up and taking what I can back weight-wise back to the UK and getting. So I've got One Punch Man to do as soon as I get back.
Plus your own ukiyo reproductions.
Yeah. So I've got myself. Yeah. So I've got 2 of those done now. So that's printing. So I think when I first go back, I'll be.
Listen to this guy. He's got them done, and all that's left is just the printing.
Well, I say just the printing.
Listen to this. I'm sorry, guy, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whatever, I love it. I mean, that's the approach. Go for it. I'm not in any way negative at all.
So I'll be
been there, done that.
Printing when I get back. I was going to be bringing the blocks over to here, but had a bit of a problem with customs and duplicate lists, and it's a bit of a nightmare. And I would have got them through, but I was running out of time.
I still don't understand what that was all about. There's no problem importing.
Well, it was the idea of, because I'm bringing it, they weren't too worried about the blocks that were already cut. Like I was going to bring the Shunsho blocks over, and I was also going to bring the blank blocks for One Punch Man.
But the problem you're talking about is with British import duties. Is that the idea?
So it's import-export. So what I needed was a duplicate list with all my information on, and very detailed descriptions of each item that I'm bringing out with me. Each of them with like delineating markings and stuff. So each one of them was signed by me and dated and given a number.
These are pieces of wood.
Yeah, but because they're
I clipped that off by mistake.
I was so I'm bringing the same product back. That's why I needed this duplicate list. So I'm taking a certain product back, buying more of that product and bringing it back into the UK with me, which is fine. That was fine. But their issue was with, because I was going to be pasting down the hamsters onto the blocks. In the eyes of UK Customs, I was increasing the value of the product that I was taking out, and that's what was taking time. And I could have got them through. I would have got them through. I had about 15 minutes to get my bags on the plane and actually get myself to the boarding gate. But it's what it is. Jed says you'll be receiving a consultant's fee.
Me? You're talking to me again? Right?
Yeah. One Twitch asking, is this your first visit to Tokyo? Yeah. First time I've been out of Europe, actually. So, yeah, it's been a bit. I don't know how you'd describe it. Yeah, bit of a culture shock for the last few days. Been a bit of a bit surreal. And Hun says, I thought Britain is out of Europe by now. Yeah.
Yeah. You set yourself up for that one, didn't you? So.
Ron Gamio says, how is Japanese TV? I haven't watched any Japanese TV. I stayed in a hotel the first night.
Yeah, that was your chance.
And I put it on, and I just couldn't for the life. I was so tired and couldn't work it out. I just thought, no.
I don't have one, so I can't help you with that.
But my Netflix has switched over to Japan, so I've got a Japanese Netflix now.
Have you watched our movie?
I did buy the movie. I had it on pre-order, so I've got it on my
from iTunes.
So,
well, I haven't seen it. I mean, I only saw it once quickly at the film festival, and I haven't seen it since then. They won't give me a copy, so they won't even sell me a copy. He said, just go on iTunes to get it. And it's not on iTunes in Japan.
No.
He said, watch it on Netflix. I don't have a TV. I don't know. Movie about being the producer's telling me to go and buy it. Give me a break. What's the time? Do I have enough time to do one more of these?
Yeah, we're 9:06. So
oh, we don't, because the electrical guy's coming.
Oh, okay,
the guy's coming from the electrical company at 9:30.
Arrowmass says Dave has a TV block but no TV. No.
A TV block. So my TV block. So it's right here. TV block. I'm on TV more than I'm ever in front of it. That's for sure. That's funny. That's true. I'm on it more than I'm in front of it. So.
Steve asked, did they also speed up the footage of you carving as well?
Good question. In this video, in this movie? Yeah. I don't know because I haven't seen it.
I'll have to test that. There's no smoking breaks in this movie though.
That's right, that's the place. I've done this carving. I'm supposed to sit here and... Yeah. Well, like I said, chat, send me some tea.
Yeah.
Are we zoomed out as far as it'll go?
So, the last name God says, what's the movie called? So it's got two names. It's got,
it does. So
Japan, it's just called Ukiyo-e Heroes.
That was the original idea. They were going to call it Ukiyo-e Heroes. And then he, changed his mind. Not many people know what the word ukiyo-e means. It was too eclectic, too exotic. So he then changed it. And it's nothing to do with me. They changed it to The Art of the Game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's two other documentaries out there called The Art of the Game.
Yeah, so now I think, Jed has posted it. Yeah, I think the one that I bought and downloaded is Art of the Game -Ukiyo-e Heroes. Yeah.
But then do you spell it with a hyphen or without ukiyo-e, whatever? So it's when you're searching for it gets scrambled. So whatever. So anyway, it's out there. I know the producer, I could mention this without being too sycophantic, I guess. The producer said, Dave, tell all your fans, please pay your fans anything. Get your fans to write reviews on iTunes as soon as they can. If they've watched it, write a review. And his idea is that the more good reviews there are at the beginning, it'll get out of the gate fast and it'll pop up in the whatever top 10 lists or stuff like this. Whatever. I don't know anything about that, whatever. We can just pass it on. He did ask, please encourage your fans to write reviews, Not as boring as I thought, or watching paint dry could be a bit more interesting. Whatever, I don't know. That's to you.
Yeah, I'm not obviously not in the film, so I'm under no obligation to promote it. But
we are. Remember, emphasize again. This is not our movie. We have nothing to do with this thing. We simply sat here while they videoed us. We allowed them to do that and signed off allowing it. We have no rights. We don't get paid for it. We get no royalties. We have no control over how it was edited. It's not our movie. Just it's helping us.
Yeah.
we've had people in the past few months who have come in the shop, and dozens of people who have seen it in the seat belts on the Delta Airlines seat back system for the past few months.
Okay.
So it's helping our business. It's helping a lot what we do. So
I should imagine that's a very big thing.
Pardon?
Especially people travelling to Japan that might not know.
Of course.
see this film and they
They've
think, oh,
come
wow.
up the stairs, you know. No, they're like if they're coming from like New York, whatever, it's a 12-hour flight or something. I don't know. They've watched Mad Max and they've watched, something else. Then by the time you get to the end of the flight, now what am I going to do for the next 3 hours? Up we come. Here we are. And now sit and watch paint dry. It's okay. So yeah, it's helped us, So, but again, to emphasize, it's not our movie. We don't have anything to do with how it's distributed or anything like this.
Yeah, well, from the bits I've seen, I've only seen the very start of it, but yeah, it looks quite interesting. Be a good watch.
Whatever. I don't want to talk too much about it. And we had a philosophical problem. We thought it was going to be a documentary, and he came with a script and a good, strong idea about the story he wanted to tell. So even before the first minute of filming, he had decided already what the story was going to be.
Yeah.
This two generations, father-son, quote unquote, father-son type relationship, coming in from outside and single-handedly saving from death the Japanese woodblock printmaking tradition, and that's an over exaggeration. I haven't saved this. It's I've added a bunch of new life to it, me and Jed, but we haven't saved. Japan doesn't care what I'm doing, doesn't know what I'm doing, whatever. So anyway,
yeah. There you go.
All right, we should, let's see. So what we'll be doing tomorrow, I guess, maybe actually this might be the way to do things for the next few days. I do have bookmaking work. So I'll schedule my mornings. I'll do bookmaking work at 8 o'clock on these streams here. You might be here tomorrow. You might be just downstairs already, burning something to get going.
Yeah.
So I myself, I'll do these streams for the next few days until I get these books out of here and sent off to Jed. And then once that's done, we'll see what we can do about getting some streams done from downstairs. Because by then, William will be deep into it. And me too, ripping down the old toilet and whatever we have to do.
Yep.
So we'll keep in touch. And once we're technologically capable of it, we'll take the cameras downstairs and bring you some information and bring you some streams from down there.
Now someone's recommending the Ghibli Museum to me. I don't know where that is. But
it's if you're interested in anime, it's worth seeing. Of course, it's over in Mitaka. If you're going to go and see it while you're here, you should book now because it's coming up to end of February and March. It'll be sold out, absolutely sold out.
Is that a train out of?
It's out it's inside Tokyo. It's in Mitaka. It's about halfway to Ome. I better grab that. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm going to bang the camera here. Sorry, excuse me.
Oh, that's right. Well, I can buy a ticket at Lawson's. Okay.
もしもし、Mokuhankanです。
The Lawson's just around the corner from it.
ありがとうございます。はい、どうも。9時半予定と思ったんですが。
Oh, I'll pop over there at lunch and have a look.
はい、OK。じゃあ、下で待ってます。はい、どうも。本当に、はい、よろしくお願いします。どうも。That's the guy from the power company.
Okay, yeah.
So, it is time to roll this off. I'll be back here, same time, same station tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. So this has been a bit short, but sorry, the power guy's here and I have to go.
Yep. And I will or will not be here, dependent on
So,
on what we're doing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, they're telling you about the Ghibli Museum, how to book and stuff like that. Yeah. These guys have lots of experience. I tell you, this stream, this chat is just so fantastic, Anything you need to know, just ask them.
Yeah.
They've got it. Okay, guys, see you later. Thanks very much for watching.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.